Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me, but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
Well, that was interesting, but hello and welcome.
Well, now that we're off
Oh,
that
still
Dejar
don't have
board of a
time for
planet,
my
I say we
introduction.
burn sky until we see lines.
Yeah, okay. Well, hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I spent some time in the Jedi Academy. Couldn't talk to, what's-her-face, Atris. But, I did talk to that one without, or the apparently one that looked different from the other handmaidens. And, well, basically I learned that this character here supported Revan in the Mandalorian Wars and not in the Civil War, as I thought. Although I guess it makes sense because they have said multiple times that he didn't fight in the Civil War, but whatever. And, well, now she is apparently on the ship. And I did some sparring against those women, but wasn't that interesting. So let's continue. Yeah, you did what while you were connected? You downloaded her archives?
What is the machine saying?
There's a holo record of the day I was exiled.
We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
I came because I chose to, not because you summoned me.
Revan summoned you, so we come full circle to return to the Jedi. Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
Let's see. No, I'm not going for the first one. Yeah, the truth is the Mandalorians had to be stopped, or countless more would have died.
You refused to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself. Because
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Oh. Wait, what happened?
much defiance in that one. You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there. More like an echo.
Blah, blah,
The
blah,
Lord's
blah.
the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris. not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile.
Are they
Surely the rest of you felt
referring
as
to
well.
Revan as she?
That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor fire should have been his grave. We saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Stupid old people
Jedi sure like their
talking.
secrets, don't they?
Yep. So they knew what happened to me. They all do. So Atris has a list of all the missing Jedi? Sure, display it. He's dead, I think. Korriban? Those Jedi were all in the council that exiled me.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Yeah. Well, then I say we forget the Jedi and go right for the Sith. Oh.
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
It is just me. And I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Do you think we need
The
help?
strength of the enemy is unknown, but it is greater than 5 can hope to defeat without aid.
Well, I'll take whatever help I can get.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have it, I guess I'll just go to the cockpit like I always do. She's coming
Yeah,
with
you
us.
do
She gets
that.
the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up. General.
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself.
You do that. Yeah, I know you're here to spy for Atris, so
I
watch
will,
yourself.
If you need me, I shall be in the cargo hold.
Ichana defenses, which protects her against melee attacks, and is an excellent unarmed fighter. Okay. Probably not going to use her,
General,
but whatever.
Is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
It was taken
That's
from
not
me.
your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one if you wanted to, but you know that.
Well, I'm not afraid of building a new lightsaber, if that's what you think.
I never said you were, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Very well. To begin, there are some parts I'll need.
I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Alright then, so what do we need?
A power cell. Emitter matrix.
I think I have a bunch of those things created.
No, I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Well, maybe he's just worried about your skills.
For me, we'd all be floating in space. I think I can handle a few repairs to your circuits. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot.
Yeah, bleep bleep bleep.
I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
A permanent +2 bonus to his constitution. So, what is this thing? Yeah, it's been a long time since the war. I'm surprised you're still functioning. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, that's the engine. Let's talk to some people.
Yes?
Yeah, what are you
I'm
doing?
training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
Uh-huh. Well, you could always play Pazak with Atom.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him.
At cards?
That too.
Well, this is going to be a short journey of everyone's watching each other for
That
betrayal.
is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos.
Is that why Atris was siphoning power to the Telos Academy?
The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos.
So, Atris thought Bao-Dur was the key to saving Telos?
Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Ichani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it.
Well, you'd never understand. Hidden away in your academy. Hey, where's the text? There. Listening to some Shuda who never fought in the wars.
I see. Forgive my words. They were poorly chosen.
Yeah, it's just difficult to describe to someone who wasn't
The
there.
Mandalorian Wars were like that for many. Many returned, who could not tell of their experiences in a way that could bring meaning to them. You may...
Yeah, do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
And what was it?
It is not important.
It is.
My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
Yeah, I guess you should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
So, do you think that I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Well, right now the only question I'm asking myself is why I'm letting you stay.
I meant no offense, but the question remains. If the question angers you, oftentimes there is a reason for such anger.
Yeah, okay. Is there something else? I've asked most things already and they weren't that interesting. No. I'm dark enough. Need to find somebody I can piss off. Does she still have only one arm, or did she magically get her arm back?
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
Well, only as many as I need. And only as many as will sacrifice themselves to me.
Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
Well, I deserve such obedience from them and you.
Deserve nothing, but you have earned such obedience, yes. They are tools, you are right. More than you know. I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
And why are you angry?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
No. What?
They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
And what about you?
I am but a mirror, whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see.
Well, I will think upon how my allies may be used then.
Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you mean?
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
Well, had other questions? Yeah, you don't seem to like the handmaiden. Why?
There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all.
Well, then perhaps we should stop talking about it and simply eliminate her.
No, she may have her uses. I will abide her presence, and so should you.
And why do you say that?
Because Atris is a threat, and as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind and watch the Handmaiden carefully.
Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
Ask.
Oh my, that's a lot of questions, but I never really talked to them. So yeah, what's wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
Well, there might be a way to heal your sight.
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy